we've had record cold temperatures throughout this country. So anyway, while we get started, I'm just going to wait till Facebook kicks in. Let me just check. It may be we are lucky. It kicked in fairly easily and fairly quickly today. Anyway, welcome, and we have a phenomenal show for you. I've got to tell you a couple of things. I have to tell you every week that I am being compensated to do this. And if you're not familiar with Carroll's Jewelers, what you should know about Carroll's Jewelers is Carroll's Jewelers is one of the most trusted names when it comes to jewelry, especially in Florida. They have been around for over a century, and also they have been in the same location, which is downtown Fort Lauderdale on Las Olas, for over 60 years. Luke, who is one of the proprietors, says hello, everyone. By the way, hello, Janice. Hello, Laura. Thank you for being here. So we have a phenomenal show for you this evening. We have some really interesting pieces. We've got pieces all the way from just over $200 all the way to $3,750. We've got amazing things like lab-grown diamonds. We have, of course, Aquamarine, because March is coming up. We have this beautiful apatite that I am wearing right now. Look at the sparkle of that. This is the last piece in the show, by the way, so I wanted to make sure that you got a good preview of that. If nobody buys this tonight, I am very tempted, because this is truly that gorgeous, gorgeous piece that is like that cross between a signet style, but it's got some pizzazz to it. Anyway, let's get on with the show. As I said, Facebook is kicked in. I gave you all of the information. Let me tell you a little bit about the platforms. People are watching from many different platforms. There are people who are watching on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, on Facebook. If you want this to be an interactive show, so Luke actually says that he's hoping that someone buys it because he might want it as well. So if you are thinking about this, if there is somebody on your list for this beautiful piece, and I'll get to that, it's kind of a very, apatite, I'm sure you've heard of apatite, but this happens to be literally one of the most rare colors, the color that you do not see apatite in most often, this gorgeous champagne color. Anyway, so let me tell you a little bit about the platforms. If you're watching on Instagram, you're going to notice a code that is over my head. If you put that code into the chat button, into the chat box, what will happen is that Instagram will DM or direct message you a link, and you can actually shop the show. If you're watching this on Facebook, if you're watching it on my Facebook, I may not see all of the comments, but I promise I will get to them and I will respond. I do know that you're there and I do appreciate it. And if you're watching this on the Carroll's site or on this particular platform, what you will see is a group of icons down one side. Those icons are great because the top one is a heart. That means if you like something I'm saying, if you like a piece that I'm showing, like this apatite ring, for example, if you hit the heart button, I will know that you like it, and perhaps I'll spend a little bit more time on it. The next button down is the shop button. That shop button is such a great feature here, because what that means to you is that if I'm going too slow, if I'm going too fast, you will be able to control the show and you will be able to kind of see what you want when you want to see it. So if you want to get a preview, hit the shop button right now, because if you hit that shop, hello Janice, if you, thank you for being here. So if you hit that shop button, what that means is that you will see everything that's in the show and you'll be able to shop at your own leisure. If I've gone past something, you can actually hit the shop button and you can actually go back in the show, or if you want to find out more information about something that I have already said. And so you can also share this. And I always say that it is wonderful to share a good value and a good deal with your friends. So if you wanted to share this on your social media, there are 3 dots. Those 3 dots, click that and you'll be able to share this. And of course, like Luke and I are doing, we are conversing, as Janice wrote in and as Laura wrote in. I will know that you're there. We will be able to have a conversation. Just all you need to do is go to that lozenge in the bottom, put your name in, tell me where you are watching from. And of course, if you have any questions, we can make this a totally conversive show. Anyway, that said, I think I've told you everything about the platforms, everything that I needed to tell you. Everything looks like it's working fine. So let's get on with the show, because we have really some unusual pieces that you're not going to see everywhere else. And this is one of the benefits and one of the beauties of working with a company like Carroll's Jewelers, because they are a trusted independent jeweler. I'm taking my face out of here so that you see this gorgeous, there are 2 rings here, and I'm going to get into this in a second. So that is the beauty of working with a company called like Carroll's Jewelers, because what that means to you is that you are dealing with a company that is traditional, that has really stood the test of time, somebody who is really trustworthy, and they have things like this that you will not see on almost any of the shopping channels that I know of. So there are 2 rings here. So let me talk about, I'm going to show them to you together because I want you to see how beautifully they stack. They are meant to be stacked, but you can wear them separately. And what we're looking at here are 2 rings. Here's the one on the top. This is with a cushion cut, and the one on the bottom is with a pear shape. So at the moment, I'm going to take them off and I'm going to just talk about the very first one. But I did want you to see how beautifully they work together as a stack. What you're seeing here is incredible, because you are seeing a natural, fancy pink diamond. Many people go through their entire life and they never see a natural pink diamond. Why? Because they're very rare. You should know, for every one natural colored diamond that there are 10,000 white diamonds. So what that means to you is that you're really truly buying something that is rare, that is unique. You should also know that pinks and reds are some of the most rare in color of all of the diamond colors. So this is a cushion cut natural pink diamond here. This is 6 points. You are getting 15 points total. And so what you're getting is the rest. The 6 point is the fancy pink, and the rest are the white diamonds here. 15 points total weight. This has a retail price of $21.25, $2,125. The item number here is 130314. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking to yourself, well, $2,000 may be a considered purchase, and it is. But think about the rarity here, that you are getting a pink diamond, one of the rarest of colors of diamonds. You are getting a natural colored diamond, and for every one natural colored diamond that there is out there, there are 10,000 white diamonds. So that gives you a little bit of the rarity. You're getting a ring with diamonds going down the side. This is also done in 14 karat white gold. Around the pink diamond, you have 14 karat rose gold. And the wonderful thing about that is that it is set, this is set into a bezel, so it will protect this all the way around. The white diamonds go here all the way down the side. They go down past the finger. The ring actually has a little bit of an opening here, so it's very sleek, very modern. It has a great kind of feel to it. It can be worn by itself, or as I was telling you earlier, it can be stacked up with the next ring that I have coming up. I'm going to show them to you together so that you can get this. This is also a pink diamond, by the way. And this is a size 7. If you wanted this in another size, not a problem whatsoever. Just speak to the people at Carroll's Jewelers and that they can handle that for you and get it in your size. $2,125 gets this home. This is two-tone 14 karat rose gold, 14 karat white gold. I am going to show you the back because I want you to see all of this. And I'm going to show you the profile because I want you to see that if you decided to wear this, this is going to be an extremely comfortable ring for you to wear. This is not going to sit up too high. It's one of those pieces that, as I said, works as a beautiful stack. It works as a standalone. If you have another ring in your wardrobe, perhaps an engagement ring or something that's a little bit on the loose side, and you wanted to protect it, this would make a beautiful wedding band. It would make a beautiful guard ring or even a gorgeous anniversary ring. Again, what you're seeing here is the beauty rarity of a natural pink diamond. I don't want you to lose sight of the fact that it is an extremely rare item. Because, as I said, for every one natural colored diamond that you see, there are 10,000 white diamonds. So think about that from a rarity perspective. When you buy diamonds overall, what you're buying is rarity. You're either buying the rarity of size, you're either buying the rarity of the clarity, or you're either buying the rarity of the color. Here, you are buying all of those things and the extra rarity that you get from having a natural colored diamond. Sure, you might see pink diamonds out there. Many of them are manufactured, so they don't have that same kind of rarity. This is something is truly rare. It's truly unusual if you want to set yourself apart from something that many people don't have, or that many people may not ever see in their lifetime. This is a wonderful way to do it. The ring, as I said, retails for $2,125, 15 points total weight of all natural diamonds. You have just in the center a 6-point natural pink. Again, very unusual. Oftentimes, a lot of these pinks, I don't know where the exact origin of this is. It is a mined diamond, but a lot of these pinks actually came from Australia. The Argyle mine was very, very famous for pink diamonds. Unfortunately, the Argyle mine is no longer in existence. It's not producing pinks. So as time goes on, these pinks are going to become more rare and more rare and more rare, to the point where they will literally not be able to be purchased by mere mortals like us. Anyway, one last time on this, $2,125 gets this home. 6-point fancy natural pink diamond in the center, set into a pink 14-karat rose gold bezel, and then white diamonds going down the side. 15 points total weight in this ring. These are all natural white diamonds, and these are set into 14-karat white gold. I am going to bring in the next item now, and I forgot to put this up. I apologize. So there you go. Actually, maybe I better spend a couple more minutes just on that one, but I am going to bring the next one into the frame as well so that you can see the difference here. Again, I'm going to continue to talk about the first ring for a little bit because I think I cheated you a little by not putting that first one up. So again, that first piece, $2,125. You have a 15-point natural pink diamond that is bezel set into 14-karat rose gold. You then have beautiful icy white diamonds set into 14-karat white gold. The price on this is $2,125. It is a size 7, but if you wanted to take it home and if you wanted to get it in your size, no problem whatsoever. I am going to take this down. Remember, if I kind of short change that a little bit and you want to see more, then all you really need to do is hit the shop button and everything will come up. Luke says that he loves pink diamonds, and so do I, because literally, as I said, when you buy somebody diamonds, or when you're buying diamonds as a self-purchase, what you're buying is the rarity, especially when it comes to mined diamonds. When you're buying that kind of rarity, you're usually buying the rarity of the color. So the higher the color, or the more colorless it is, the more rare it is. When it comes to clarity, the fewer inclusions in it the more rare it is. So therefore you're buying the rarity. And then of course you're buying the size. If it's a 1 carat, 2 carat, or whatever, the larger sizes. It is rare that you get pink diamonds that are very, very, very large. As a matter of fact, I believe that one of them almost broke a record. I think it was last year, for the price paid for a diamond at Christie's, because that's how rare pinks are. So I'm going to show them to you again together like this so that you see two. And then I am going to take off the first one and we're going to talk about the second one, which is the one that is up on the screen now. Again, hit the shop button if you want to go back to that first one. This particular one is also quite unusual because what you're seeing here is a natural pink pear shape. Look at the sparkle that you're getting out of this. This is a 14-point natural pink diamond. It is also surrounded by rose gold. And then you have a 2-point white diamond just on the other side. So you've got the rose gold bezel, 14 karat rose gold bezel. You've got the 14 karat white gold beautiful shank on this. And this is truly an unusual piece. The price on this is $3,750. The item number is 130-316. And again, I realize that $3,750 may be a considered purchase, but when you consider the rarity that you are getting from something like this, the rarity of natural diamonds, the rarity of a natural color diamond, this is a statistic that you really want to remember, that for every one natural color diamond that you see, there are 10,000 white diamonds. So that really speaks to the rarity of something like this. Hello, Sherry. Thank you for being here. And thank you for whoever is sending me those hearts. I appreciate that. So this ring here truly is, I think, a collector's item ring, because it's not something that you're going to see coming and going. These are things that you will not see 5 people, 6 people on the street wearing the same thing. I do love the fact that it can be used as a standalone. I love the fact that if you wanted to take this and put it over top of another ring to safeguard it, so you would get this in your size. This is also a size 7, by the way. And again, all you really need to do is speak to anyone at Carroll's Jewelers, and they will be able to speak to you, and you'll be able to learn about how long sizing would be for it to be in your size. It can be sized up or down without any problem whatsoever. So I love the fact that it is being offered this evening, and you can wear it as a standalone, that you can wear it as a stack with other rings. Actually, I would turn it this way. If you wanted to get these two together, what I would do is I would tell you that it would be great for you to wear the diamonds going down the one side that has the pink on the one that I'm talking about, and the diamond on the other side that has the pink with the other ring. So it really does have a little bit of a juxtaposition here. I love the two together. And again, I realize that this is a considered purchase. Together, that comes to $5,875 for both of them together. But again, I can't stress to you enough the amount of rarity that you're getting. Not only the rarity of color, the rarity of carat weight, the rarity of clarity, but the mere rarity of a natural colored diamond is truly unusual. It's very elegant. And again, it's not something that you're going to see yourself coming and going, because these are things that people often never ever see in a lifetime, is a natural pink diamond. Again, this is the one we started with at the beginning of the show, with the diamonds going down the shoulder completely. This is the one that we're talking about now. This one here, again, is item number 130316 at a retail price of $350. 14-point natural pink diamond, which is unusual because it's also pear-shaped. A lot of celebrities are getting engaged in pairs. As a matter of fact, I think pear is really having a second renaissance. It was very, very popular years ago. Then we didn't see it for a while, and now it's popular again. So $3,750 for that particular ring. I'm going to show it to you one more time as a standalone piece, and then we are going to move on. So the next item in the show, we are going to switch up the colors a bit, and we are going to go to colored gemstones. Now, what I'm going to show you is blue topaz. However, I will also tell you that if you are a lover of the March birthstone aquamarine, these are sky blue topaz, so they have a very similar kind of feel. I want you to see the cutting on this, because these are a checkerboard cut. And what that means to you is, look at the way they reflect the light as I'm moving it like this. Truly amazing. These are item number 6451360. and they are a retail price of $288. Again, what you're looking at here are blue topaz, that beautiful sky blue topaz. You've got the checkerboard cut here in each ear, and then across the top, you have 3 rounds in both. The checkerboard is 10 millimeters by 10 millimeters, so it's a nice size checkerboard. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a measurement. I'm hoping I can do that. It measures, it looks, actually I can't do it. So let me do it this way. It measures 3/8 by 3/8. And they are set into sterling silver. Again, look at the beautiful color, that gorgeous, and look at how nice they look with blue. This jacket, by the way, is a Blackwatch tartan, so it has blue and green in it. So look how nicely it looks against the blue. Look how nicely it looks against the green. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece. If you have dark hair, I'm going to tell you that this will look incredible, especially if your hair is long, because it's going to sit, these are going to sit up against the dark hair, and they are going to be beautiful. $288. These are done in sterling silver. They are also done with a butterfly and post. And I want you to see the size of the butterfly here. These are not diminutive butterflies by any means. And what that means to you is that these are going to be very easy to get on and off. I'm going to take one off of here so that you can actually see the butterfly size, because if you are somebody who has trouble getting your earrings on and off, see the size of that butterfly? This is a significant size. It is going to be easily grabbable, so you can literally take it off and put it on. And if you are worried about security with something like this, you should see here, right at the end of this post, there is a little notch. What that means to you is that when you put these on, this butterfly is going to catch in that notch, so it's going to be very, very secure. I'm going to show it to you up close and personal again. Look at, again, that sparkle that you're getting from that checkerboard, because the checkerboard is truly an unusual cut. It's a cut used by a lot of very high-end designers. It is a cut that I think really maximizes not only the refraction, but also the reflection on the top, because it is cut like I want to show you actually, this might help. It is done like a cabochon, so it is domed across the top. But instead of being highly polished, it has facets done in a checkerboard. And again, look at that. I think you can see it right there, hopefully. And what that does, that gives you that little bit of extra sparkle, that little bit of extra pop in an earring. And I think that often is really, I think that's what most people buy earrings for. Of course you buy it for the design, but that sparkle and pop really, I think, adds to the complexion. It adds to your eyes. These would be perfect if you have blue eyes, because it would bring out your eye color. And I just love that sky blue topaz, because that sky blue topaz really does look like an aquamarine, which is one of my favorite stones. And I also love the color mix, the cut mix here, because not only do you have that checkerboard cut here, you also have the rounds. They are all set with a bezel. What that means to you, there are no prongs. Going to be very, very smooth. These are not going to get caught in your hair. These are not going to get caught on other pieces of clothing. They are very smooth to the touch when you put your hand over the top. Nothing to catch your skin, nothing to catch your hands, nothing to catch your hair, nothing to catch your clothing. So they are going to be an earring that is extremely comfortable to wear, and you'll be able to wear these all the time. They have a very little bit of a drop. They are not a dangle. So the drop here is approximately, let's see, actually let me do it from this side. The drop is a total of just under 1 inch. I am going to show this to you so that you can see. So just under 1 inch top to bottom. So what that means is they are going to sit off of your ears slightly. What I always tell people is that earrings that sit right at this jawline are the quintessential length. And the reason for that is that the jaw is the natural frame to the face, and an earring that sits right there at the jawline is going to accentuate that natural frame to the face. It's going to draw your eyes up. It is truly going to be a beautiful, beautiful piece. I'm going to put these down, and I am going to bring up the next piece, and that is, one second, that is going to be, whoops, come on. Sometimes this is tricky. So that next piece is going to be a sterling silver ring. Okay, so again, if you love that beautiful, gorgeous color of that icy blue, sky blue topaz, feast your eyes on this beautiful ring. Again, that gorgeous, gorgeous color. I'm going to put the earrings down and we're going to focus on the ring. The ring is centered by this gorgeous sky blue topaz. The price here is $213, and the item number is 6302754. I love the look of this ring because not only are you getting this gorgeous 8mm blue topaz here, what you're getting is this gorgeous sterling silver ring. And I'm going to take you on a little tour because the detail on this ring is incredible. Look at all of this detail. Jane says that she likes the size of the band. It is what I love about this, Jane, you're absolutely right. The fact is that this has a really nice sized band. It's not a diminutive band. It really has a nice kind of feel. It has the whole ring has a luxurious weight. If you've been following the price of all metals, gold and silver, the fact is that all of those metals are going up in price. And so often what happens is that jewelry will unfortunately become lighter and lighter and lighter in order to continue to make it affordable. If you love those pieces that have a more luxurious weight, Jane is right because this has a beautiful size band. It is not diminutive. It is a piece that has a lot of luxurious weight to it. And I want you to see the detail on this. Look at the way the band is done. It is a hammered finish all the way from one side to the other. Each shoulder has this beautiful, almost like a Balinese kind of feel to it. All of this gorgeous work here in the gallery, all beautifully done with a slightly antique feel to it. There is a very, very famous designer who uses these little balls as their signature mark. This is not that designer, but if you love that designer and you know who I'm talking about, and you love the style, if you have any of their pieces, this is going to go beautifully with any of those styles. It does have a luxurious weight. I'm going to show you the back because that is also truly beautifully done. It is a closed-in back with just a little space here, so that helps you with the cleaning of the piece. It also helps with the light to allow the light flowing through. Again, this is done with a bezel setting. What that means to you is that if this becomes your signature piece and you wear this every single day, that bezel is going to be very smooth to the touch. It is going to protect the stone because, of course, there are no edges of the stone to be showing, and so you're not going to clip the edge of the stone and then get a little crack or a chip in your stone. This is going to protect them, but it's also going to protect your clothing. Much like the earrings that I was showing you earlier, that bezel means that not only your stones are protected, but what it means is that your clothing is protected. If you do work out in the workforce and you're working a lot with your hands and you want something that is not going to catch on things or jab somebody or catch on your nylons or catch on your blouse, this is a great option for you because that bezel is incredibly smooth. It is incredibly protective. It is also an incredibly high-end designer feel. Again, look at the profile. It does not sit up too high off of the finger. I'm going to show you a little bit of a measurement here. So you see it does not sit up too high off of the finger. It just sits up beautifully. And of course that stone is protected. And again, that is the size of that band that Janice says that she really likes the size of the band. That band in itself has a beautiful, beautiful weight to it, a beautiful size to it. And it is slightly rounded on the inside. In the jewelry industry, they call that a comfort fit. So this does not have a really sharp edge. It is going to be very, very comfortable on the hand. And again, because you do have all of that great look up on top and the narrower band on the bottom, is going to be extremely comfortable for you when you are working outside the house or you have other things to do. I'm going to put this down and we're going to move to our next piece now, which is a gorgeous classic set of diamond studs. These diamond stud earrings, these are lab-grown diamonds. If you heard me earlier talk about the color and clarity of diamonds being a rare thing, the color here is EF. That is extremely good color. These are lab-grown diamonds. If you heard me talk about the rarity of clarity, the clarity on these diamonds is a VS, which is an extremely good clarity rating. And these earrings will come with an IGI certification of that color and of that clarity grade. What you're looking at here is 1.5 carats total weight. So that is 75 points, 75 points, 1.5 carat total weight. And the item number here is 195357. The price this evening is a phenomenal deal because in the store, these retail for $1,425. Thank you for whoever is sending those hearts. I know you must love this because these are that classic, very, very elegant look that people, I mean, this is such a professional look. I think that there's almost nobody out there who, no woman who says that they don't want a gorgeous pair of stud earrings. And many men today are wearing stud earrings as well. So this is a nice size. I'm going to show this to you up like this, up against my ear. Very nice, very professional looking. And I didn't finish telling you the price. Okay, the price in the store for these earrings is $1,425. But this evening for this show, you are getting 30% off. So the price comes down to $940. So for under $1,000, you are getting diamond earrings. Again, these are lab-grown diamond earrings. You are getting diamond earrings under $1,000. You are getting a 3/4 carat in either ear or 1.5 carat total weight. You are getting a diamond that is EF in color and VS in clarity. The setting is done in 14 karat white gold. And so that is really going to enhance these diamonds because it really makes the diamonds look like they're just placed on the ear. So you're not seeing any of this, the prongs, you're not seeing any of the, like the gold or anything. They just look very much like they are floating on the ear. And you know, that's why many, many years ago that designers started to gravitate, instead of placing diamonds into yellow gold, they wanted to put them in white metals. And the reason that they wanted to put them in white metals was to make them look like they were floating. And when you have an earring like this, very nicely done, beautifully with just 4 simple prongs, they do look like they are floating on the ear. Again, you're getting 1.5 carats total weight, 75 points in either ear for under $1,000. $940 gets these home, which is a 30% saving off of the regular price. These are EF in color, VS in clarity. They are done in that beautiful classic, let me get my face out of there so that you can see that classic 4-prong setting. Nice little bit of gallery work, not set up too high, so they are going to sit up against the ear beautifully, and a butterfly and post back. And again, what that means to you is that these are going to be very secure, very easy on and off. And again, I want to show you the size of these backs, because oftentimes with many earrings, backs will come and they're very, very small backs. They're just very, there we go. Once I get my face out, you see how it works? So beautifully done and a nice size. What that means is they're going to be very simple to grab, very simple on and off. And that notch here right at the end of the post means that these are going to be extremely, extremely secure on your ear. 14 karat white gold. The price here is less than $1,000. $940 gets these home. I do want you to see the sparkle, and I'm going to tell you, I don't have these fancy studio lights like a lot of people have. All I have are, I've got 2 lights in front of me. So the sparkle here, when you see these in the lighting of a restaurant, in the lighting of a store, like I always go to my bathroom because my bathroom has phenomenal light. So if you see these in like true light, what that means is you are going to see maximum sparkle, maximum brilliance. These are brilliant cut, fully faceted. And so these are made to break down the light into its spectral hues. When they cut a round diamond, they cut a round diamond in this, what they call a brilliant cut, to maximize the brilliance. So you have table facets, the table facet, then you have crown facets that go around the top, and then you have pavilion facets. You can't really see them if I do this, but all of that faceting goes into taking light in, reflecting it and refracting it off of the other facets so that it comes back out in this blaze of color. And that's what you get with something like this. And that's why color is so important. EF is such a good color grade. What that means is that the light inside that comes into the diamond is not going to be tainted by any of the color of the diamond body. So you are getting that gorgeous, gorgeous white light return. You are getting the spectral colors because as it breaks down through the faceting, you'll be able to see all of those beautiful colors. And again, what you're getting here is 1.5 carats total weight, 75 points in either ear, which is a significant size. Again, let me just show you the size in the ear. It's a significant size, very professional, not over the top, and truly beautiful. I am going to put these down. Again, if I've gone past anything and you want to go back to it, hit that shop button and that shop button will come up. It'll show you everything in the show. Also, if you want more information, as I put these pieces up over my head, what you can do is you can actually click on that icon. It will take you to the page where you'll be able to read more information. Or again, hit that shop button. You'll be able to go back to some of the other things that I've had in the show. So let me put this down and move to the next item in the show, which is something that I think many of you are going to love. And that is this beautiful snowflake pendant. I'm going to tell you, after the week that we have had, that this is the only place that I want to see a snowflake, is around somebody's neck and coated with diamonds, because I don't know about you, but I am not a snow lover. I do not like to do anything in the snow, and I specifically don't like to drive in the snow. However, when you see a snowflake and it is done like this with gorgeous diamonds, then that is the kind of snowflake that I can really get into. The item number here is 160175. The retail price here is $1,580. So $1,580. For the show this evening, this has a sale price of $790. Julia says that frosty diamonds are the ice that she likes. I agree with you so much, Julia. The reality is that if you are going to get some ice, This is the type of ice that you really need to get when it is expressed in diamonds. And this is a beautiful snowflake. But this actually has some further meaning. This is truly one of those pieces that is unusual because it is a Disney piece. Not everybody has these. This is inspired from Elsa's iconic snowflake motif from the Disney movie Frozen. This is crafted in 14 karat white gold set with natural diamonds. So you're getting all of that beautiful sparkle. You are getting all of that beautiful brilliance. You are getting that same kind of rarity that I was talking about earlier. $790 gets this home, which is a phenomenal deal because in the store normally it is just under $1,600 at $1,580. So you are getting a beautiful, beautiful deal here. You also have diamonds up here around what appears to be this lariat. And this is a beautiful thing because oftentimes with this type of necklace, these lariat style necklaces, if it is a true lariat, this actually slides up and down. But because of the weight of the metal, oftentimes they end up together. Here, this is soldered in place. So what you are getting is this 2-inch drop. I'm going to show this to you. You are getting a 2-inch drop. Well, not quite a 2-inch drop, I'm sorry. But a 1.5-inch drop, top to bottom. That is going to really give you that very elongating feel. This kind of chevron shape is perfect for people who want to have that illusion of a little bit of length, because what it does, it draws the eye down and then it has that further drop. It is a very elongating, very, very lengthening. I'm going to show you the chain here because you also have a couple of different options here. Again, there's the 2-inch drop. There's that ring that's coming up at the end of the show. 2-inch drop here. Diamonds in the snowflake. Diamonds in the circle. Then you have a beautiful 18-inch chain. But the 18-inch chain, not only, by the way, this is the piece that actually tells you it is an authentic Disney piece. And this chain is 18 inches. However, this extender allows you to literally put this at any side, any place on the chain so that you can really be your own jewelry designer. It is a beautiful piece. It is done in 14 karat white gold, able to be worn from 18 inches to 20 inches. You are looking at 33 points, so 1/3 of a carat total weight of gorgeous icy white diamonds. A retail price here of $1,580, but tonight for this show, $790. Don't lose out on this because this is a beautiful piece at a phenomenal deal. It is a spring ring clasp, again with that extender, and also that gorgeous drop that's going to give you that little bit of extra height, extra leanness when you get to dressing. And again, this is inspired. This is an authentic Disney piece. It is inspired by Elsa's iconic snowflake motif from the movie Frozen. Beautiful piece. And I am going to put this down so that we move on to the next one because we have a couple more and I don't want to lose out on any of the others. And the next piece that we have is a beautiful flower pair of earrings. Again, after the week we've had across the country, with it being snowy, with it being cold, with it being icy, I am ready for the flowers. We also have Valentine's Day coming up very, very soon, by the way. So if you are somebody who wants to give somebody a gift that is not just flowers that are going to be gone in a week, not just chocolates that, are going to end up on the hip, but you want to give somebody the gift of diamonds, take a look at this pair of earrings. Gorgeous flowers. These flowers are going to last forever. Now, the item number here is 150460. These have a price of $1,025. What you're looking at here is 26 points of diamonds total weight. These are all gorgeous natural diamonds. 13 points in either ear, done in 14 karat white gold. This almost looks like that dogwood flower. I think the dogwood flower, if my botany is correct, that dogwood flower. Michelle says that these are the sweetest, and they will, and you're right, Michelle, and she says they're the sweetest and they will last a lot longer than real flowers. Absolutely. And not only that, what I love about this is that these have a nice size. So if you wanted to wear these in your main piercing, these are a great size to wear. But if you also have other piercings up your ear, how beautiful. This is a cute little piece that you can put here. And then if you have a drop earring or you have a larger earring for the lower piercing, I think that this would be incredible. 14 karat white gold, 26 points of diamonds, a price of $1,025. And again, these are also done with a post and butterfly back. I'm going to show these to you. Move my face so that you can see that. And again, that little bit of a notch at the end here is going to mean that these are going to be very, very secure. They don't sit up from the ear, so they are going to sit flat against the ear, meaning they are going to be extremely comfortable for you to wear. And an earring that I think I think at this point, so many people have studs that I'm not diminishing them by any chance, anyway, because I will tell you that with a stud, these are great. And I will also tell you that you definitely need to have a stud earring in your wardrobe. If you do not have one by now, go back, hit that shop button and go back to the stud earrings, because the stud earrings, remember, you were getting 30% off on those stud earrings, $940 for a total weight of 1.5 carats in your ear. So these are great. They were a great buy. These have that beautiful flower motif. Again, something unusual, something a little bit different. That gorgeous sparkle that you're seeing from 26 points of diamonds total weight. $1,025 on these. And again, this is really that great reminder that spring is coming. It is a great, if you have somebody with a birthday coming up in the spring months, or if you are getting married in the spring, this would be a beautiful gift for the bride. Because if you have somebody who's getting married in the springtime, how wonderful to signify a spring month than with these beautiful flowers. I'm going to put these down and move on to the next piece now. A couple of last time. I guess there's only one last time, really. So a last time on this. Beautiful flower earrings done in 14 karat white gold, 26 points of diamonds, $1,025. Not sitting up too high on your ear, perfect to wear in an upper piercing, or perfect to be the main attraction, if you will. So I'm going to put these down, and we are going to move on to the next item. And the next item is we are shifting to gold. I don't think I need to tell you at this point, because if you have been watching any of the shopping channels, if you've been watching the news, what you do know is that the price of gold has gone absolutely wild. It continues to be extremely wild. Here you have a beautiful pair of 14 karat yellow gold hoop earrings. When I say hoop earrings, what that should signify is that these will be the workhorse of your wardrobe. These are not an earring that you're going to put on and you are going to say, oh, I need to change them out today. I'm going to need to change them out tomorrow. These are appropriate if you're going to the gym, if you're going to work, if you're going to out for an evening, if you're going out for lunch. No matter what you do, jeans and a t-shirt, these are going to look great. If you are dressed up to the nines and you want to accessorize with the beauty of gold hoops, these are going to do it. Also, if you have a rounder face, the great thing about hoops, specifically this style hoop, because these are going to be very elongating, they are going to juxtapose the face shape. So these are a wonderful pair of earrings. Kim wants to know if these are heavy. You know what, Kim, that's a great question, because I know you're looking at these and you're saying, wow, those are a significant size. These earrings are 1.5 inch in drop. They are 1.5 inch in diameter. And I know that you're thinking to yourself, that these must be extremely heavy. These are not extremely heavy. They have a nice weight to them. They do not have that very, very heavy weight. So again, these are going to be that earring that you put on in the morning. You're going to wear them throughout the day. And so many women who I know put on their hoop earrings. They put them on in the morning, and then 3 days later, they're like, oh my God, like, oh, I'm still wearing the same earrings, because they are so comfortable. And Kim, these are going to be that earring that is not too heavy, that is going to be extremely comfortable for you to wear day in, day out. I also love the way these work. Oftentimes with this particular type of earring, these are all 14 karat yellow gold. And again, I didn't tell you the price. These are item number 425446, and the price here is $1,599. These were purchased a while ago. So I am not, you can ask them at Carroll's Jewelers, but I'm going to tell you this, that if Carroll's Jewelers were to order these earrings today, they may or may not be able to get them in at that price. $1,599. Now remember, think about the price of gold and where gold has been and where it's going. People say that it's just it's going to keep going up. It's been over the 5,000 mark, which is astronomical. It's the highest price I think that they've ever had for gold. So Carroll's Jewelers may or may not be able to get these in again at this price. So if you love these earrings, there are only one in the store like this. So you click that shop button, click the item number, and get these earrings home now, because I will tell you that if Carroll's Jewelers were to order these again, they may or may not be able to get them in at that same price. And I think that that is really the key. They are a nice size. What I also love is the closure on here. Oftentimes with this type of earring, it is a post that goes through the ear, and then it gets threaded through the back of the earring here. This is a saddleback. What that means to you is that these are going to be extremely comfortable and easy to get in your ear. You're going to, I've put the post up now, but you're going to put the post through your ear, and then you are going to, you see that little omega there? Can you see that? See that? A little bit of omega kind of shape. You're going to put this down, and it is going to click into place. Now, you probably didn't hear that. It does make a little bit of a click. But so what that means to you, these are going to be easy on, easy off. No threading of this through the back of the earring. And the benefit to you in something like that is when you have that style earring where you're taking that post and trying to fish it through the back, oftentimes the tendency is to pull the earring apart in order to do that. Here you don't have to do that. What that means is that this is going to stand the test of time. This is going to be an earring that you will have for many, many years, for generations. You can literally hand these down to future generations, because gold has always been that kind of an investment in, not just an investment. I don't want to ever tell you that jewelry is an investment like you're buying gold, but when you are buying gold jewelry, you're buying fine quality jewelry. You're buying pieces that will last a lifetime. You are buying pieces with legacy value. So if you love these earrings and you want to hand them down to future generations, you can absolutely do so with no problem whatsoever. And again, to Jane's, Kim asked if they were too heavy. Jane said that is a great value. Jane, you must be following the prices of gold, because as you know, and as I know, the reality is that gold has gone crazy right now. So much so that some places are not even able to price their gold, because what they want to do is they don't want to be shortchanged. They don't want to have purchased something at one day and then not be able to buy it again. So what they're doing is they're trying to adjust their prices. Carroll's Jewelers is not doing that. So these earrings here are at a price that is a significantly older price, $1,599. And again, if they were to get these or have to order these in again and order this for somebody else, if these are sold, then they may or may not be able to get it in at that price. But anyway, do not forget about these. These are truly a great value. 14 karat yellow gold, not too heavy, but a substantial weight. They have a drop of 1.5 inches, so they're going to sit just like this on the ear, and truly beautiful. I'm putting these down and we're moving on to the second last piece in the show, and that is the birthstone for March. This is a beautiful pendant. It is an aquamarine. I'm going to show it to you like this first. So this is a beautiful aquamarine pendant. The aquamarine is 1 3/4 carats. It is a gorgeous blue color. The item number here is 230297 and the price is $1,276. I want you to see the color of this piece. I think it was Jane, by the way, who told me last week to put the aquamarine onto the darker color, which is exactly what I did. So thank you again, Jane, for that tip. So I put it onto the darker color so that you can really see the great color. Maggie says that this is a stunning piece, and it truly is. What you're looking at here, again, is a beautiful 1 3/4 carat aquamarine, and then this is surrounded by diamonds. You have 12 points of diamonds, and I want to show you the gallery work. Let me first show you the bail, because the bail also has, it is a little bit of a drop there. Also has some diamonds in it. I'm going to see if I can't show it better on my finger. So it is a generous bail. If you decided that you wanted to wear this on another type of chain, I don't think you would have a problem in doing so whatsoever. You see, as the size of that bail is significant, so it would take another chain very, very easily. Again, look at the sparkle that you're getting out of the aquamarine. Aquamarine, by the way, is a member of the beryl family, which is the same gem mineral as emerald. And what that means to you is that the hardness is significantly hard. So it's not a stone that's going to be scratched or chipped easily. This beryl is at 7.5 on the Mohs scale, so that is a significant size. And again, it is the same gem material as emerald. It is done in 14 karat white gold. The chain is 17 inches long. And again, you have that little bit of a drop of just the centerpiece alone. Let me see if I can't show that to you. So the centerpiece, you have that drop of just about 3/4 inches from the top of the bail to the bottom. And then you have this beautiful 17-inch chain. It is done in 14 karat white gold. Gorgeous piece. And I do want to show you the back, because I always love to show you the back. Look at the gallery work here. Look at the back, the detail on the back. I will always tell you that if you see that much detail on the back of a piece, what that means is the level of quality that has been put into the front of the piece is truly, truly beautiful. One last time on this, a price of $1,276. Gorgeous, genuine aquamarine pendant with beautiful natural diamonds around the outside. 12 points of diamonds, 1 3/4 carat round aquamarine here. And again, look at that, because aquamarine has a very high refractive index, so you do get all of that great refraction off of this. Erica wants to know if the pendant is available to be permanently fixed to the chain so there is no movement. Yes, you can do that. The fact is that if you are buying something like this, because it is natural gold, it is genuine gold, it can be fixed there. Or, as I said earlier, you can put it onto a different chain. But if you did want it to be fixed onto the chain, you could absolutely do that. I'm going to put this down and move to the last item, which may be my ring soon, unless one of you saved me from it. Okay, so many of you have seen apatite. This is not a stone that is truly, truly so unique that people don't see it. However, what I will tell you is that when you see apatite, you usually see apatite in greens, in blues. You rarely see apatite in this color. This is a beautiful champagne rose apatite. The champagne is actually considered quite unique and more rare, and it's desirable for collectors. This is apatite, by the way, is a 5 on the Mohs hardness scale. It is beautifully bezel set in this signet style ring. This is all done in 14 karat yellow gold. I want to show you the back of this piece. It has the opening so that you can get light play from it, but I also want to show you how the refraction on this and the reflection, look at this. Again, I don't have special lights here, but just think about when you see this in really, really great lights. The item number here is 845686, and the retail price is $28.50. This evening for this show, there is a $350 savings, so you can get this home for $2,500, $2,500. Again, you're buying gold. This is a nice heavy mounting. Certainly it is not light by any means. It is totally protecting the stone all the way around with that gorgeous bezel. It tapers down beautifully in the back, so although you get a lot of look up front, it is going to be extremely comfortable for you to wear on your finger. The total carat weight of this apatite is in one single stone. This is not a total. This is 3 carats, 25 points. It is refined. It is elegant. You're making a saving of $350 here and getting this home for $2,500. Again, you are buying gold, 14 karat yellow gold, which is incredible, and a gemstone that is really beautiful. But not only that, because it is this gorgeous champagne rose color, it is considered much more unique and much more rare, and therefore it is extremely desirable for collectors in this particular shade. Not sitting up too high, so the profile is nice. If you wanted to wear it on a pinky, I think that is a very elegant look. Maggie wants to know if it can be a woman's ring as well. Absolutely, Maggie. I think that, first of all, this is totally such a unisex style. Very elegant, very classic. Women's ring, men's ring. Of course, if you were a woman, you wanted to wear it on another finger, it would be beautiful there. If you wanted to wear it on a forefinger, it would be great. That north-south orientation, which means that it is longer, you can see from the knuckle to the tip of the finger, is going to be very slimming, very elongating to the hand. But I do love it as a pinky ring. I think it is truly beautiful. This is the last item in our show. So one last look at that. $2,500, regular in the store, $2,850 for this gorgeous apatite in an unusual color, this gorgeous champagne rose color. Thanks for being with me. I hope you'll tune in next Thursday evening for another show that I'm doing for Carroll's Jewelers. And again, I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you enjoy